setting the world ablaze. Or at least, those who lie to her. Kiyohime is a solid, if ultimately limited, 3-star wave-clearing berserker. Let's further explore one of Chaldea's scariest, sweetest servants. Kiyohime largely has one purpose in FGO, constantly harassing her master. But aside from this, she is a wave-farming berserker via her Buster Area of Effect Noble Phantasm, transforming flame-emitting meditation, Tenshin Kasho Zanmai. In addition to damage, it has the potential to stun all enemies for 1 turn, scaling with Overcharge, but perhaps more notably, inflicts burn on all survivors for a scorching 10 turns. While her NP's base modifier is relatively unimpressive, having not been buffed since launch, she can deal decent damage by using her 3rd skill, Flame-Colored Kiss rank A. This buffs Kiyohime's Buster effectiveness by up to 30% for 1 turn, and allows her to launch herself at her enemies unimpeded, as it immediately removes all of her debuffs. Not only that, her sole passive is Madness Enhancement, which she has at rank EX. No kidding. Further increasing her Buster effectiveness by 12%. And of course, alongside her Buster Noble Phantasm, she boasts a triple Buster deck, allowing for easy Buster Brave Chains spearheaded by her NP. This Buster deck is not only useful to Kiyohime herself, however, but her allies as well, by contributing to their own NP-led Buster Brave Chains, so they can maximize their own damage. And despite being a farming berserker, her supporting capabilities do not end there. Her 2nd skill, Stalking rank B. If she's only at B, I'd honestly hate to see who has it at rank A. Reduces the defense of one opponent by up to 24% for 3 turns, making it ideal to use against one enemy within a wave that has significantly higher health than its peers. This can either be used on the same turn as Kiyohime's NP, or to offer support to an ally. However, it does come with a downside. The target also receives a 20% attack buff, also for 3 turns, which actually eclipses the value of the defensive debuff of the skill until it is upgraded to level 8. Oh, right. And each one of her skills needs 30 evil bones! But that is just the start of poor Kiyo's issues. When it comes to Kiyohime, the biggest problem is the poor girl just lacks battery. She is heavily reliant on supports like Merlin, Waver, or Shakespeare, as she has no NP battery of her own, nor any NP gain skills, and she has but one arts card, and given she's often featured in short battle farming lineups, this wouldn't exactly be ideal. She is also therefore heavily reliant on craft essences, especially Kaleidoscope and the imaginary element. And this awkwardness means she often lacks certain qualities vis-a-vis her rivals. Compared to 1-star Spartacus, a servant significantly cheaper to enhance, she lacks his battery, which comes in at an impressive 30%. Compared to 2-star Eric Bloodaxe, her stalking pales in comparison, as not only is the defensive debuff value of his supporting curse greater post-rank up, but it also remembers to actually lower the opponent's offense as well, not improve it. And compared to 3-star Darius III, her NP's modifier is rather mediocre, and his future Buster resistance debuff on his guts significantly enhances him as a farming servant, even if right now, Kiyohime is probably the better of the pair. But even with all that said, these problems are not insurmountable. Kiyohime's lack of a battery can simply be fixed by pairing her with the likes of Merlin or Waver and equipping her with a good starting craft essence. And it really does bear mentioning that she just brings something her rivals simply do not. As we previously noted, Kiyohime's NP inflicts 10 turns of burn that scales with overcharge between 5 to 900 damage per turn. But hell hath no fury like a Kiyo scorned, and the buff to her first skill, Morph into Morph Fire Dragon, added an effect which increased the burn damage inflicted each turn by as much as 100% for 5 turns. Of course, it also comes with a useful 3-turn 30% defensive buff that is decent but probably isn't enough to protect her outside of short farming missions. Kiyohime is not necessarily an exceptional servant. Most of her rivals possess something she doesn't, which gives them an advantage in terms of usability. But she is still a solid farming berserker in her own right, so as terrifying as she can be a staple of any farming lineup, or at least a substitute option. But remember, just don't lie to her about it. I've been Dunes, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to check out some of my other videos, such as my recent 3-star Superstars episode on Billy the Kid. Yeehaw! I've been Dunes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.